Opportunity abounds for Ryan Johnson as well, and it's great to see him. Hi, Ryan. How are you?
Hey, doing good, Brian. How about you?
Very well, thank
Good.
you. How do you look at the opportunity that's in front of you right now, based on where you're at in your career and where we're at on the calendar?
Mm. I think it's a great opportunity. I think should be a lot of good fun and challenges too. I think obviously we have great team, great prospects coming in, great players already here. So I definitely see it as an opportunity where it'll be a challenge to compete every day and show up every day. I think also just an opportunity to have fun and just enjoy the time and the place where I'm at right now. And being able to be at the rookie camp right now too is another opportunity to, get some good games in and help prepare. So,
So before you were even born, I go back to the summer of 1998. I had played a full year in the American League, and then I got a letter in the mail that says, "Oh, well, you're being invited to the rookie camp, or the rookie tournament in Kitchener, Ontario." I was the only guy that had played pro hockey that year that was invited to the camp. All the other guys were juniors or college guys or whatnot. You played 41 NHL games last year. How do you approach the camp? Because I remember I was a little ticked off when I got that letter. I was like, "What am I doing? I shouldn't be there." But you talk about being an opportunity. How do you approach like prospect challenge, knowing that you played a half a season in the NHL last year?
yeah, it's a good point. So, yeah, also was surprised. I got an email though, not a letter. But yeah, it was really just, yeah, I just thought it was an opportunity. I was like, you know what, good chance to be a leader. I
Yes.
think, yeah, I just think like last year I was in the same position, right? So last year I was coming in, so it's only been a year since then, and I know the players that are out there are really good and able to play in the NHL too. So honestly, yeah, it's really good hockey. So I just think it'll be good games, tough, competitive hockey, and you're just starting a little earlier than most guys. So yeah.
Ryan, where did you see the most growth in your game last year that allows you to be in such a good, positive mindset coming into this year?
Yeah, I think just having the experience of playing pro hockey. First year, it was a lot of games with the NHL, so I got to see a lot of just great habits and be around a lot of great players. And then being in the American Hockey League too, you see all the guys that are working so hard and can be just at that same level. So it's definitely given me an eye-opening experience of wow, like you definitely should be grateful for this opportunity and make the most of it. And I think, yeah, like work is obviously a big thing that factors into it at the end of the day. And then also like your mindset too. So I think those two things are, developed over time and through like experience and what you go through, can make you stronger.
Yeah, I should point out that after my rookie camp in Kitchener, Ontario, I had a fantastic year. Got to play a couple of games in the NHL. I got my first win, by the way, in the NHL that year. We went all the way to the Calder Cup final, so it was great. It was a kind of like it set the tone. I
Mm.
meant business when I went there, and then it kept business the rest of the year. So, but it doesn't just start with a prospect challenge. It doesn't just start with a training camp. It starts with the summer before. How did
Mhm.
you approach summer training, and did you change anything this year, having played a full year pro the year before?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think also a good point about summers and obviously hockey's evolved in that way where guys are now putting the most work into their summers where before it was, hit the golf course. And I think you can do both for
I did
sure.
that. I'm guilty, but that's okay.
You can do both. So yeah, I think just for me, it's just I just like to show up in the weight room every day, and it wasn't lifting weights every day, but it was at least I knew I was putting intentional time in there and working on different things, and then just yeah, just trusting my trainer's program for me was good, and yeah, I think also just like my dad being able to skate with my dad was really helpful, and when I was in Minnesota, I also skated with a guy over there too, so had just great experiences just training, just trying to put in the most work I could. And I think like when you're working hard and at the end of the day you just your summer training's not everything. you still have to show up in the year, and your hockey is not like the weight room. It's a little different. So it's not always like the strongest guy who's the best player. So just keeping that in mind, but also knowing like this work it's very important, and I just see it as a good opportunity to get stronger, rehab muscles, just shooting pucks too, or working on touches on the ice. So I just think that was definitely what I focused on this year was that a lot of ice time. I'd say.
Did you split the summer between California and Minnesota? And how fast is your dad still on a scale of 1 to 10?
That's a really good question. So I was about 4 weeks in Minnesota, visiting my fiance and just obviously doing my training there too. And then in California, I was the majority, and then a few other trips I had. So you don't want to be traveling too much. I think it's good to have a place where you can settle in. And then about my dad, he got a little slower this summer. He was playing pickleball, which I don't know if you know, but you're not really moving that much. So he definitely
don't
seemed
sell
like
it short. Pickleball is still a good workout. Well, maybe for me because I'm getting older, but it's still a good workout.
Yeah, but no quick steps. It's more. I guess you don't have to move as much as tennis. So
Yeah,
he's
that's true.
Not as speedy as side to side as he was.
You mentioned your fiance, so you got engaged, which leads me to there's a professional sports side of things, but there's a personal side of things, and now you're embarking into this journey, and moving into building a family and all of that. And I wonder if you guys discussed this morning when you showed up at the rink what happened with Tua last night and his concussion, and knowing that maybe 20 years ago, everybody was said like, oh, you know what? He'll be back next week. And then all of a sudden, most people, even his coach, is saying, I just worry about the person. He's the quarterback of his family. I worry about him and his life, and he has to be there for his family. And so do you guys talk about this a little bit when you show up this morning? Because there's not just a football or hockey side of things, but there's a personal side of things too.
Yeah. I didn't see the injury. I just saw it like on the news, or it was on the TV this morning, and I was kind of shocked. I'm like, I wonder what he's feeling like reading that, like, oh, like, is he going to play again? And he probably is like, I want to play again. It's probably his life passion, but I guess it's getting him thinking. I know he's a great guy. I've just seen interviews and stuff with him, and just being a man of faith too. I think he definitely sees value in other things above football, but at the end of the day, I hope he can play again, because I know it's what he wants. But yeah, you're right. It's very temporary. Sports are temporary. I think we do have to look at the big picture in a lot of things, and especially with the head. We talk about it so much here with like all the concussion stuff we do, but I think it's wise to take a step back and see what he chooses, and I think he'll choose good.
Ryan, congratulations on the engagement, and best of luck in the camps plural that lay ahead for you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on, and it's good talking to you guys.